Last time on the Cartographer, 00 fell off a cliff
As far as, pretty sure I mentioned this episode 1.
and spent some time in the naughty corner,
Dude.
while Dashie achieves orbit. In this episode, 00 falls off a cliff again,
Oh.
Man, you're really good at falling down holes.
and Dashie notices his reflection for the first time.
It's got the tail lights from that. Over and over and over and over and over.
And are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? Core issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Key's neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected.
Okay, I
Covenant
like how the first thing we
stationary
did
guns near
was
the
come
next
back here.
pass.
So hello
I
everyone,
recommend
welcome
using your
back
sniper
to
rifle
episode
to take
3
out the
of...
gunners.
Oh, you didn't start the stream going on and on and on.
Fuck, reset. Okay, yeah, welcome back to episode 3 of the Cartographer. Last week we took a look at the mission Halo and Halo C, and this week we are taking a look at Truth and Reconciliation. The aim this week is to potter about on the level and spot all the cool shit that you miss when you're too busy killing some Covey scum.
That's a pretty nice way to round it up, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think my brightness settings on original
It feels-
graphics are much too high.
Yeah, mine, they feel much higher than they are, but it's also because I'm not using a fucking CRT monitor from 1800, so... like,
I mean, that is really like... It's,
I'm going to adjust my
first,
brightness.
it's too bright. Second, it's undersaturated.
I mean, I'm on 5 currently. Yeah, 5 is about right. I have mine set to 6.
Let me have a look here.
I mean, I might change it back up to 6.
Field of view's fine.
Oh, wait, you get field of view? What?
Yeah.
Where'd you get field of view? Wait, where'd you get this? Was this in video?
Yeah, go across to click start, go to settings, then go
Yeah.
to video, and you should have video settings field of view.
Nope, I've just got brightness, game setting, and video settings, unified melt display. I don't have... Oh, you're in Series X, that's why. Apparently the Xbox One is incapable of adjusting your field of view by a few degrees because the world will detonate.
No, see, I remember doing it on the original Xbox One.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a field of view option.
That's weird.
I mean, I had it when I was on... might be an accessibility, maybe? Nope, that's just languages. I had it when I was on the Insider program. But I don't have it at all now. Which really irritates me because I get motion sickness from playing games. So the closed field of view makes me feel like I'm moving. With Halo 1, it's not too bad. Like, it works kind of fine. But like games like Halo 4, where there's more emphasis on movement in game, it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
I'll suffer for this series, though. We're all good. Yeah.
There's a gorge down here. In anniversary graphics, there's actually a gorge.
Get up, Gorge. It's pronounced Jorge. Yeah, I can see that. Do you know what this reminds me of is Nightfall on Halo Reach.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that myself. Yeah.
It's the sort of blue hue and like the sort of curved environments, the massive.
Actually,
sort of
hang on, no,
mountain
isn't there a level in Reach where you fly you're in a Falcon, you use the grenade launcher on the side, and you go through a gorge that looks
that is
strikingly
tip
like that.
of the spear, yes. Although it's got like a sort of C-stack on the right, halfway down. In fact, that looks like it could be some kind of carving, but No, I don't. I don't actually think that this is the one from Reach. I could be wrong. We'll never know. But yeah, we'll compare it when we get there in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Should we go in release order when we're doing this then? Yeah, because we can't do chronological now. We're already on CE.
I suppose so. Yeah.
In that, or you could just move the first one to unlisted, and we could just start Reach. That's entirely up to you. I think it would make more sense to go on release order though.
Yeah, release order makes sense.
That's the order I tell everyone to play.
He was just a man.
Yeah, he's just your average fucking super soldier.
He's just your average Spartan.
Reminds me of the voice you'd hear back on like the Halo 4 GameStop ads. I'm playing classic so I can actually see the enemy shooting.
I love that they can't. It's only if they get a visual range, like visual cue of you, or visual sight of you. They've got to be able to hear a 50 cal cracking out over the landscape.
Nah.
Ooh, achievement.
Oh, dude, did we just get the stealth achievement? That's like one of the hardest achievements. Apparently.
According to plan.
Yeah, it's for killing all the enemies on this section without them being aware of us being here.
Fair play to us.
Yeah, that's an achievement that was bugged for like 4 or 5 years. Like since game's release. And they just fixed it like 2 patches ago.
Yeah.
And like my friend who's a completionist who he hasn't played Halo since like Halo 3. He got it on PC. And he's so annoyed because that was like one of the last achievements he needed to get in the game. I like if you zoom in on the edge of the planet, by the way, it becomes really, really, really low res.
Yeah.
That's a cool detail.
Marty did so well with this bloody soundtrack.
Oh, he did, yeah.
The original one, that is.
Yeah, I'm in original, but I still can't hear the audio because.
The thing is, I know
obviously
it's anniversary and it's a remastered soundtrack, and that's the soundtrack I'm listening to at the moment. But the second I hear it, I remember the first time I heard Marty's original one back on the original Halo CE, back on the original Xbox, off of a CRT television. In fact, it was because of my first Halo experience, like at home with my own, sort of very crude setup back in the day, and hearing Marty's music, that I immediately decided I had to upgrade my audio gear. So it was because of him that I got my first 5.1 surround sound, and then heard Halo CE, even though it was designed in stereo, obviously, but
yeah,
hearing Halo CE,
which is like 5.1 mono.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's wonderful. Dude, I was... okay, so that's a quick thing that a lot of people miss. Look up. Some people somehow miss this. There's an entire ship there.
There's an entire ship above your head, yeah. And a CCS class battle cruiser.
The scaling isn't right before anyone else. I could tell. Even my novice eyes can tell the scaling isn't right. But that's because, again, limitations of the time.
Mm-hmm.
This game is old. It'd be really difficult to have something like that. It's not just like in Gary's mod where you can go under the map and there's a magical skybox that you can just put a ship in to make it look bigger. It's a case of actually having to fit the assets into the world and develop
the
an
physical
asset.
play space. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like resource demanding, or too resource demanding at least. And so there are limitations to that. So there's another ethos that Bungie worked with was gameplay before lore. And I believe in that as well. I think that's...
Oh, they're napping.
Oh, dude, they're napping? Dude, you're just down. Oh, wait, the grunts are still asleep?
No, it just looks like they are.
Oh, I was going to say...
They're dead, don't worry.
There's a bit of a firefight going on over here.
Yeah, they're just... Why aren't the grunts coming to help us?
Racked fist. Merry Christmas.
Master Chief literally stood over the top of them, like damn near teabagging them while he fires his 50 cal and they're still sleeping.
Dude, I wonder if there's anywhere on this Halo ring where you can find, like, I don't know, like, England.
England?
Yeah, like, I wonder if they just took like an island from real life and slapped it on there. Like that's obviously real. Like
Funnily enough, actually, I can't remember what it was. It might have been Halo Legends in Origins. They did actually skin a Halo to look like Earth, and you can even make out Germany, the Netherlands, Italy, like Spain, Portugal, France. The UK is kind of an indistinct.
it's just a blob somewhere.
Yeah, an indistinct blob, but yeah, they did actually at one point skin a Halo to look like Earth.
Okay, you've done your most detailed breakdown. I have a question about these shade turrets while we're here. Why are these shade turrets so vastly different to the ones that we see in Halo 3, despite there being not much time difference between the games? Are they different types of shade turrets?
Yes.
And if so, why isn't this one used more? Because it's absolutely beast.
Right, so the reason why this particular type is not used very much is because it's a very old design, millennia old design, to the point that even the operators of the shade turret can't really fully get it to function at its fullest capability. Like the controls, the maintenance for it are that like archaic to the Covenant that they aren't even entirely sure how to work it, so they completely overhauled the design and brought in the new shade turret that you get in Halo 3. And also, little tidbit, these were originally designed to walk.
I saw that in the Halo 3, that in the beta. So shout out to General Heat, by the way. The guy breaks like into previous versions of Halo, and just all the different stuff you can find in game. In the Halo 3 beta, there's actually a shade turret that can walk.
I got this.
That was cut from their game. Fire now, Spot! Hit her in the gut!
It's not working.
That seems about right, yeah. But yeah, he breaks the games in that sense, and he showed like the walk-in shade turret. It kind of creeped me out. It's got too many legs. Also, before you make this point, the Halo ring that you see around us is mirrored on both sides. So, if you see on this side, it sort of curves up. Like the green curves up. And it's just the same on the other side, yeah. Again, it's small, dumb things like that I really enjoy pointing out in this game. Should we push forward and...
Yes. Into the belly of the beast.
Fight some split lips. Yeah, let's go.
Quit making love. Move, move, move.
I am the way forward. Yeah. Dude, I always feel like Rambo coming out of that tunnel. Just into this massive engagement room. Dude, those 3 grenades. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
I missed this one. I missed this one that's right in front of me, but I got the one on the other side of the map. The one that's right in front of me, I guess it must have just gone onto the turret. I didn't even notice, but that was a really good throw.
Covenant reinforcements.
Dude, I can't wait till we get like Halo 2. I know some speedrun strats for a couple of missions that could sort of break us out the map. I highly advise getting Tepek in when we go into Halo ODST. He, within the Glyph community, is known to literally be the guy that breaks out of Halo. So, I do highly recommend bringing out the big guns. It'd be interesting, because ODST is such a short game, we could probably cover it over the course of 4 episodes as opposed to doing 1 per mission. Because Mombasa Streets, the Streets mission, that's... You know, there's only so much we can look at for Terror Plaza, and a mission that's got a timer of what, like, I think part-time like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's also on Mombasa Streets of an evening anyway, like, overnight even. I don't know, a lot of the environments are reused, so I think it's probably worth going through, probably doing like say 2 or 3 videos.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 a push.
Oh.
Man, you're really good at falling down holes.
I'll just, you know, watch you from above.
Literally not gonna help you. It's like, okay.
There we go. I just wanted to look at the
Okay, I think it's gonna suck us into a cutscene now.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's
oh, for
command
crying out
message.
loud.
They'll
It's okay,
probably
I've got a
be
really
in
good
or near
angle of
the ship's
whatever it was
bridge
you were
with
trying
Shimero
not to
after.
fall off the edge too. Oh, it's gonna is. Oh, I can see why you keep falling off the edge now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
See?
yeah,
Like-
especially like here.
That looks like I can walk on that.
To be fair, yeah, you're getting kind of diced with that, so I'll stay here. Yet, such a gorgeous mission. Look at like over to the planet, the way you can see the light on the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. Also, really reminds me of the hue for the Halo Reach adverts, where you get like the hue at the bottom of the planet.
Yeah. It's nice.
Hang on, are they explosions off in the distance over there? Or is that like
Oh.
lightning? That's too yellow to be lightning.
I'd say so, yeah.
I've never noticed that before. You saw it here first, guys.
I wonder if that isn't lightning, what
It
could
makes
that
sense that could be Alpha Base,
could be Alpha Base, to be fair.
but the explosions are like, really high up in the sky, like the lighting. But the thing on the left does look like a pretty good plateau.
Yeah.
It's where I'd hang out.
Ah, interesting.
When did Alpha Base become canon though? Because this was made in 2011. Remember? So
Alpha Base was
I'm assuming that
Alpha Base was canon in the Flood, the
Oh,
original
right,
book.
okay.
So we are talking 2003, I think.
So,
the
yeah,
Flood
so-
originally launched.
We could just Google it, but we're not going to. Google Mavericks. That's cool. So I've never noticed those explosions before, but it's not there in Classic. For obvious reasons. Right, shall we go inside and
Yes.
say hello to the homeowners? Housekeeping.
Hello, housekeeping.
It's the belly of the beast. I forgot that was a chapter title. I said like a minute ago. Oh, I love the purple hue that the screen goes to. Look at that. Such a nice shade of purple.
Doesn't happen in Anniversary.
Yeah, I'm on Classic. Again, not to sort of push an agenda, but it's preference. That's gonna be my shtick. I'm gonna have to change my username from Dashie Jinx to Play Classic. Did you just kill the gold elite?
It wasn't a gold elite, it was just a stealth elite.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a stealth elite on easy, isn't it? Ooh. Dude, he got bibbed.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Hippity hoppity this shit. Hippity hoppity this shit with my property. Thank you. Yeah, so I remember getting stuck on here when I was a kid. So this was about 3 months after we finished the second mission, because we were kids and we're dumb. Oh, there's active camo over here.
Yeah, did you not know that?
Yeah, I thought you picked it up already.
No, I thought you'd picked it all up already.
You can have it.
We need to work on our communication.
Yeah, we do. I pity the people who watch this. We're 3 episodes in and they're still here. But oh my god, he's invisible. Yeah, like. Oh, it's the part of the hunters. I got this.
Have you though?
Yes, I've got.
You
this.
hit me.
No, how on earth am I the only person on this planet who's capable of shooting Hunter in the back and the other team killing someone? So is this door open yet? It
Raw
has.
skill.
Yeah. That's pretty much my motto, yeah, just raw skill. You okay there?
I just wanted to see what would happen if I just stood here and didn't shoot, and he paid more attention to you than he did to me.
Yeah, he saw me around the corner. He's a tricky bugger. Okay, let's take a look at some of these consoles while we're here, because I feel like we're just flying through the level.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder what that could be. That reminds me. Yeah, that actually reminds me of those bubble balls that you can like put on as like protection.
Oh yeah, Zorbs. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the word. Zorbs. Kind of reminds me of those.
go zorbing.
Well, should we head back into the main area actually? Because we cleared that out. Might as well have a gander while we're here.
Yes. Go back to Asda.
To Asda.
To buy some socks.
Shucks. Dude. Oh, dude, our Tesco order arrived the other day, and they brought like all the stuff that we needed, but they just forgot like the snacky things that I wanted. So there was like no Dr. Pepper, no crisps. I don't know crisps. Nothing. There's such a minor inconvenience. It was really irritating. Okay, so this room.
Ugh.
What the fuck is this room?
This
What
is
have we
the
got?
gravity lift room.
Yeah, I know this is a gravity lift room, but this doesn't look like a gravity lift to me. Like, where does this big jammy dodger in the middle go?
Yeah, it doesn't really. In original graphics, it makes sense. You can look at the floor and you can kind of think, okay, like each of these triangular sections fall away somehow, or
Yeah,
they
just
open up.
go down and go back in.
Yeah, in anniversary graphics, that doesn't make as much sense. The only thing I could think, just judging by Covenant technology, is that each of these small sections around the edge here disactivate and like either pull away or fold away in somehow, and this central circular hub part actually rises up and connects to that bit up there.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
The only problem there is that when you get someone getting the gravity lift to come up, you'd have them hung in the air here, and then have to reassemble the floor underneath them.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of
I
dumb.
don't exactly know how this bit then would. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't hate to point out flaws, though. The only flaw
That
I
makes
have
sense.
left to point out is this on the Wraith. In Classic, it has vents on the front. In Remastered, it's got the headlights from the rear end of a Kia Ceed, apparently. It's got the tail lights from that. And it's kind of done with headlights, doesn't it? But it doesn't look as intimidating, because like when you look at headlights on a car, it reminds you of a face.
Yeah.
And looking at that, it doesn't look like a face to me. It looks like I don't know, like, you know, when you look at something, it just looks a bit dull.
Mm.
You look at it like, I don't know, it just doesn't work. But I mean, they've done a good job putting it over. I just think the headlights are in the part change. Those vents look a bit more intimidating. It's like, oh great, there's a massive gaping hole at the front of this thing that's going to kill me.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, this room looks amazing, though. Looks fantastic. Like, there's even like little. I saw them a second ago. Where are they? Like these things here. These look like either vents or like pods. I'm not sure. Like it looks, it's
Yeah, they could
rigid
be
like
vents,
a
to
vent.
be fair.
But it also looks like some way, sort of dispense something, doesn't it?
It may well be a gravity harness. It might hold things up above the deck, up out of the way, and then release them when they need to be ferried into the gravity lift.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like these crates.
Yeah.
The crates make sense. Like supplies and stuff that need to get sent down. Okay, shall we go open the door for the boys? Let them through.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like the changes to the doors. I like how satisfying they are when they fold. That's
Yeah.
so satisfying. But I mean, the new door fits with the aesthetic that we currently know anyway, so... Such a minor gripe, God.
First world problems, man. First world problems.
Yeah. God, such a barrel of fun. These are kind of cool. What are these?
Plasma conduits.
You were really fast at that. It's alarming.
They are plasma conduits, so they basically transfer the plasma energy source effectively that the ship runs on across the ship. The plasma is actually has a slurry of free ions flowing within it, and the ship uses that to power the devices.
Oh. See, just to give you sort of a bit of insight into who I am as a person, I failed science, but I'm super interested by it. Like I couldn't put it to application. It's really confusing to me, but I'm so fascinated by science. I think it's one of the coolest things on the planet. So you can explain stuff to me, and I might not fully understand the science behind it, but I understand it's dope as hell. Like,
well,
and not
basically,
just in like a dumb way either. Like, I genuinely just do find it to be such a cool thing, especially when you can apply it to something like a game and come out with viable results.
well, the Covenant use a purer but quote unquote cruder version of fusion than the UNSC uses. So the UNSC uses quite a clever and very sophisticated form of fusion. Meanwhile, the Covenant literally replicate the conditions of a sun. So they use gravity generator devices to generate an area of immensely high gravity, and then pour effectively a plasma into it that then immediately fuses, or it's effectively like, I think it's deuterium and tritium. They flow that into the ultra high gravity environment, and they immediately fuse and become a microscopic sun effectively. And then the huge amounts of heat that generates, they then use to superheat a plasma, and the plasma is basically filled with free ions, and those ions are harvested for the sakes of powering different systems, and the heat is used to heat the ship, with any excess being bled off via the ship's exhaust.
I mean, that makes, again, like I said, I don't understand science, but that makes sense to me.
Meanwhile, like I said, the UNSC have a much more efficient and much more sophisticated manner of fusion energy, including the very thing that powers your armor.
Oh, you mean that nuclear reactor I'm carrying on my back?
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't punch me in the nuclear reactor.
Yeah. That sounds like an innuendo.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, don't punch me in the nuclear reactor, please.
Anything but the reactor.
Wait, that's
Your
the
stones,
locked door
digital.
down there. The Marines are waiting for their sign.
Where's my nuclear reactor, Summer?
In this room.
Where is it? I like this room as well. This is a pretty cool room. I don't like it on keys because I hate keys, but I like this room.
Yeah. Effectively, it's just it's a waiting room by definition. Or it's a supply room that then supplies. It can hold vehicles, equipment, troops that then can filter into the grav lift room and be dispatched via the grav lift to the battle.
I like
And
the
there's
idea that
and there's
this is
four
actually a
of
waiting
them, I
room.
think.
Paging
Yeah.
Thel Vadam to room number 3.
Yeah.
Thel Vadam to room number 3. Oh,
Yeah,
you
there's
take
four.
that way down. There's a okay, it's going to sound dumb. Sorry to cut you off again, but
Go on.
there is actually a stairway, or like an actual way you can legitimately come down that everyone skips over because they're too busy breaking their ankles. But I'm a stickler for the rules. Oh, don't. I hate them. I hate the Beatles. That's controversial, but I don't like them. Sorry, carry on with your thought you
Oh.
want about.
I don't know what the hell I was going to talk about, so
Man, if only there was a recording we could go back and...
I know. Yeah.
I'll
I'll
be
be
honest.
watching this back and editing now, going, "Oh, I know what I was going to talk about now."
Well, you could DM me that. So for anyone who's listening, it'll be a screenshot of our Discord chat after the fact.
I like
so when
the
you
fact
go
that
back and find out, you can just screenshot it and send it and put it in.
all of these Marines were just stood on this side of the door. They would have just heard a lot of gunfire, then the doors open, and then everyone's dead.
They would have had a lot of gunfire, strawberry fields are forever, and then just walked in and seen a bunch of dead, bunch of corpsed aliens. Honestly, I think I'd be terrified if the demon that is completely destroying my religion was singing the Beatles.
Yeah.
Mostly because he's singing the Beatles.
The fact that he's like evidently enjoying it. Like when elites go into battle, they're stoic warriors. You know, they're honor bound, and then this like robotic god of a man comes in, ruins their whole day while like singing to himself.
Some absolute just like mechanized Adonis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the teleporting on this game's funky. Okay, this is one of the coolest rooms in any Halo game.
Hangar Bay.
Hangar Bay. You nearly got taken out the ship with that then.
I know. I was
Is that
actually
what you were
aiming on
going
it.
for?
I was
Yeah.
aiming on it, yeah. I just think that would have been hilarious. Just
Oh, that was interesting.
leaving. What?
You can go to my screen for that. I switched to classic graphics to look out the window. Oh, well, it's a hangar bay, but I switched to. I was in classic while I was looking at. I switched to anniversary, and the spirit that was out there just disappeared off my screen. I think it's because like the mat for the floor is a bit closer
Yeah.
and remastered. But yeah, that's just a weird thing. I think I've just killed 2 Marines by accident while trying to take out that one elite. It's very, very deceptive. Yes, I like this. It sticks with the theme of Reach's colours.
Yeah.
But
As
yeah.
it should, really, but
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to sit and complain about that's not what this like series is about.
no. Absolutely.
But yeah, it differs from the original, but works in its own way,
Yes.
which I'm all for. I like it working its own way. And just to sort of put the concept to rest a bit, I don't dislike Anniversary at all. I enjoy Anniversary. I just prefer the original because that's what I grew up with. So before anyone slates me for hate 343 stuff, I don't. I love 343. I whispered
Sponsor.
that. Yeah, sponsor. Yeah, that reminds me actually. Yeah, this episode of the Cartographer is brought to you by 343. 343.
Technically not
We
live.
have numbers in on it. That's the official slogan, by the way. How is the only thing damaging me teammates?
Da 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 da. Hey, Hunty.
Oh, the hunter's
Come
here
on.
already. Like I said, I'm playing without audio, so I can just hear like.
Oh!
Got you.
I got you, man.
There we go. We're all good. Man, it's gonna get really interesting as we get to, like, say, like later levels in
The door is
the
open.
in both in
Everyone
this
to
game
this
and
room now. I can't
just in
guarantee that
general.
it won't
Also,
close
look at
when it
this.
closes.
The seat on this wraith for the gun. Does that open up? I assume. I'd hope so.
I bloody hope so, yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking hope it stays open when someone's in there as well.
Someone gets in and it closes while they're in there.
Yeah, it'd be like that clone from Clone Wars who just gets cut in half in the Citadel. If you've seen Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be like that clone who gets cut in half when they're in the vents in the Citadel. Like the prison. It'd be like him. Or that one clone in Season 7 who lost his arm. Oh yeah, that's another thing we talk about as well while we're just mopping out the main streets. What do you think about Season 7? How did you, have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, you've not seen it?
No.
Oh, you're missing out, my guy. It's very, very, very good. It's overrated, but still really good. As much as I love Clone Wars, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've kind of had enough of. I know Star Wars is about the Skywalkers, but I've had enough of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
give me,
I think
give me
it's,
some
I think
well-built stuff. That's why I
it
like
is-
ODST.
it is. Yeah, it's not surprising that somebody can become like fed up with a single protagonist or antagonist, because at the end of the day, the universe that it's conceived to be is so rich in narrative and scope that to center the entire story and the whole reality around one single individual or one single family name or whatever is it just doesn't do the scale and scope of the universe justice. Which is
Yeah.
why I'm quite pleased with like Halo. There are other protagonists.
That's
other
why I
than
liked
the Chief.
ODST. ODST was it gave me the environment I love, which is like rain, night,
Boing.
you know, cheeky bit of jazz noir.
Mm.
It gave me all the things I love, as well as a separate story. So it's not the Master Chief, because nothing the Master Chief does fits rainy, jazz noir nights. But a quiet guy on his own solving his mystery fits that perfectly, and it's great that it's in the Halo universe.
Yeah.
It's also the reason. It unfortunately is one of the main reasons I dislike Halo Reach. I don't dislike the game, but it was a game that I felt that could have been achieved had you played as the Master Chief, and maybe it wasn't following Noble Team.
Yeah.
That could have worked, but again, across the board, that is entirely down to just the way it was written. It works fine as it is, but again, more could have been done with it. Let's talk about these consoles anyway before we get sidetracked. These consoles, yeah. So, funnily enough, these symbols are actually reused in Halo 2, I believe. These weird little ones that look like cookies, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those weird little ones are reused on High Charity. Very similar to some other symbol I don't remember. And also kind of looks like the Superintendent if he was bog-eyed. But yeah. That's again, it's not too much in the way of detail in that sense, but it's kind of cool. And it's the same across Anniversary and Remastered as well.
It's worth noting here that you can actually see that in Anniversary graphics, the Spirit actually has exhaust vents.
Oh, it does as well. Okay, well they work well because my grenade came out the other side.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But in the same breath, it's not exhaust in the conventional sense. It's for excess heat. It's heat exhaust.
Yeah, like
not-
a heatsink.
Yeah, not actual like exhaust gases. It's not like this thing runs on petrol.
Yeah, it's only got a 2-meter exhaust port, and it's very important that it remains guarded.
But yeah. I mean, the Spirit, the even the CCS we're stood in, they don't. They function via using artificial gravity, stacked tidal gravity fields, basically.
Fuck.
By.
No.
So they don't actually generate thrust in the conventional sense. They actually generate an artificial gravity field that the ship effectively falls into or falls towards.
Huh. So it just invests the gravity, and it's like, hey, go here.
Yeah, I think you're, at least in game, you're player one because the Marines have literally just buggered off and left me because you fell down there.
I can kill them for high treason if you'd like.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Are
that.
you sure?
They're friends.
Are you 100% sure? What's your favourite
Marines.
track from this game? Is it is it gun pointed at the head of the universe? This is the universe. Bang! Oh shit! They buddy kill me. I got a collateral.
Oh,
It's fine. We're cool.
Marines are friends, not food.
Fish are friends, not food. Well, I'm a fan of past tense anyway. They were friends. Let's go. I like how
The Coveys are friends now, right?
I don't think that's quite how Team Betrayal works. I mean, if we'd have waited long enough, Echo 419 would have dropped off a squad to help us.
And they probably would have betrayed us too.
No, if we wait long enough, she'd have dropped off because they would have been allied again. It's weird, I can't hear any of this game. I kind of got a little bit scared when that Marine came around the corner. I saw one of them, I was like, huh. And then I saw like 5 more, I was like, huh? Come here, little munchkin.
Rampage.
Oh, the door on the left closed.
Oh. We're being followed.
Ah. Not a 10 round. You're getting shot from that way. I'll cover this way. We'll take the Spartans at Thermopylae, we're good.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Yeah. This ship, right? This is the Truth and Reconciliation. What happens to this ship after this game? I'm pretty sure you don't blow it up in this game, right?
No. So the Truth and Reconciliation is obviously we're on it now. We come back to it again on the level keys, where the Flood are trying to repair it so they can leave the ring. And after that, there's actually some human forces make it aboard again, including Master Chief. Master Chief Antonio Silva, which is the ODST commander on the Pillar of Autumn, and a few other ODSTs and Marines. And the ship itself is eventually destroyed thanks to the actions of one single ODST who decides to go against Antonio Silva's orders, and effectively she had the slip space. It might have been a slip space crystal. And basically it was blown up, and the consequence was the ship blew up as well. I did it.
Well,
I
that got
did
something to do with the guy who became infected.
Jenkins.
Wallace Jenkins, that's the guy.
Yeah. I've done a video on the Marine in question. The video is called "The Unknown ODST Who Saved Us All," and the Marine is First Lieutenant Melissa McKay. It's because of her that all of humanity didn't fall to the Flood.
She doesn't even know.
Because had she not have gone against orders, I even recall. I think the infected Jenkins thanked her for doing it, for blowing the ship up, basically, which is kind of sad, but kind of awesome at the same time.
Yeah, Jenkins' story is very sad. I remember hearing about that. And so, he's in constant agony. Again, as someone who, the most painful thing that's happened to me is I once stubbed my toe, twice in, the space of 2 minutes. As someone who's not had much in the way of physical pain, it is just unfathomable what they would be going through.
Yeah. See, I've unfortunately had a few accidents in my time, so would you believe?
A few accidents, yeah. I'm actually just a head and a jaw. I lost my body.
So I can't even begin to imagine the amount of agony and pain he must have been in. But yeah, it's this ship does actually survive a lot longer than initially appeared like it did, but is eventually downed by the actions of Melissa McKay. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description of this video.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Yeah.
So that people can go and explore the additional peripheral lore. Hey,
man,
ship
I think we
monster.
started this series 3 weeks ago. It almost feels like yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love the way the sword disappears like that, though. I'm annoyed you can't pick the sword up, but damn, it's got such a nice animation when it disappears.
There's
square pixels.
Yeah, there's a reason behind that as well. It's not just for gameplay, but there's actually there's a failsafe in Covenant weapons.
No human can use this.
At one point, there was even a failsafe on. I think there was, if I'm recalling correctly, there was even a failsafe on plasma pistols, and shield gauntlets of jackals.
It's interesting that you mentioned the shield gauntlets. Did that failsafe come in after the shield gauntlet was adapted by humanity for the
Construct, who is your maker?
Sadness and disrepair, Oracle. I am unworthy. I was not made.
Never made, but you are right here, where you should not be. Tell your charges to cease their efforts immediately. Quarantine must not be violated. Construct, respond!
Jumbled grass. Familiar turns. I serve. None serve me, Oracle.
Your charges must cease all aggression towards the Reclaimers and leave this installation at once. Construct, you are dangerously close to unleashing a force you cannot comprehend. This is most inappropriate.
We follow the path, and I am part of the stone journey swarm that serves. We serve. They will find, and then I will be free.
Find? Free? Explain yourself.
I know their path, and when they have gone, only I shall remain, and then free.
This is quite unsatisfactory, Construct. Your core shows no hint of understanding the gravity of this situation. I will return later for your proper decommissioning. Well, unless the flood kills us all first, in which case the point will be moot. Good day, Construct.
Building
Before.
Before, okay. Oh, that's right, because that's reverse engineering and everything, right?
That's right, yeah.
Good shot at. Start off, try to explore. Thank you.
Yeah, the energy shield gauntlets, when Chief first came across them, he picked one up off of the Jackal and tried to reactivate it again. It wouldn't work.
I bet that Jackal was fucking laughing. It's like, wait!
So yeah, there's fail safes on Covenant weapons that if they're dropped, they automatically cut out and they can't be reactivated again. At least by as far as UNSC technology is concerned, I would imagine that Covenant probably have a way to unlock them again.
Yeah, it makes sense with the fuel rod cannons as well. Also, terminal here. If anyone
Yeah, I've already accessed it.
I don't know where the school is for this mission now. I will be honest.
Oh,
I'd imagine it's probably somewhere back outside.
Probably, yeah.
There's
No, I don't remember off the top of my head either, to be honest.
I think I got this with my friend. I just don't remember if I did get it or not.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is so again, this is going to be great to sort of come back to stuff like this because we have admittedly you can cut the audio for this out if you want as well, by the way, because I don't know if you want to keep this in, but I admit that like obviously right now it's going to be kind of dull because it's the beginning where not much detail was put in, but as the series develops we're going to have comparisons back to this ship and comparisons back to the Halo ring and comparisons back to the Pillar of Autumn, and we're going to have those kind of comparisons to be able to draw upon.
Yep.
So obviously I understand that right now it can be kind of dull. We're walking around the room punching dead bodies, but like I know
it's setting the scene right now. It's the first. Yeah. It's the first act of the game, really. So
yeah.
But yeah, there's it's quite clever as well that the Covenant thought to put the command and control center of the ship in the center of the ship, as in.
Oh, is this actually dead center?
Yeah, near as damn it. Yeah, it's within the central line of the ship, and it's deep within the ship, so it's as far away from damage as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Meanwhile, obviously, with our ships, we put our command center right at the front. With basically a giant glass box.
Yeah, we put our money where our mouth is.
Which it's worth noting, some elites even kind of not envied, but kind of respected humanity for our boldness of designing our ships that way.
Yeah, but they bloody well should.
Oh, and also it's worth noting on UNSC ships with glass fronts, there are actually large metal armoured blast doors that can close around the glass.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, just in case the... didn't it have that in the Spirit of Fire? I remember seeing that in a cutscene.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, okay. See, I remember stuff. Okay, let's go save Captain Exposition.
Yeah. They called it Halo.
They called it Graham. It's a callback for anyone who watched episode 1.
They called it Square.
They called it God's own anti-son of a bitch machine.
They called it Luke, I am your father.
We must be
What are we on about?
These
I have no idea.
There are probably
Right,
Oh,
this
this
is not
is-
this is not the brig that
Captain
Captain
must be
Keyes is
one of
in,
them. We need to
but
keep
there is
them
an active camouflage at the back of it.
Do these
You
Marines
you
have
can
names?
unlock which ones? See,
Any
this
of the
is
dead
interesting.
ones?
See, this is interesting. Like normally, the Covenant do not take prisoners.
You guys are all dead though. It's not really a prisoner, it's corpse hoarding.
Yeah, they were probably.
I'd
the
assume they
likelihood-
went dragged up here dead though, to be fair.
Yeah, the likelihood is they were beaten to the point that they died. Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, the Covenant actually don't take prisoners. So the fact that there are humans aboard this ship suggests that this particular fleet operate in a significantly different fashion to normal, the normal Covenant, basically.
Could you not also argue that it's circumstantial, given that humans jumped to these coordinates at random, and then as soon as the elites were like, they came out of hyperspace to intercept, or slipspace. As soon as they came out of slipspace to intercept us, they were like, hang on a minute, these guys took us to a sacred ring.
Yeah,
And do you reckon that's why it is? They've captured the captain for that reason? I
to
think
try
that
to
totally
figure
makes
out
sense.
how
it's
we
like,
know that.
How do you know?
I've got camouflage. I'm going to try to take out the gold guy and. Oh, you.
Oh, sorry, he spotted me. And by spotted me, I may have stood on a grunt's foot. But these stealth elites are cool though. Let's not let him out for a minute. These stealth elites are awesome. So these are the Spec Ops elites from Halo Reach.
Yes,
God, they're really cool.
I do like the helmet style. There's
Yeah, I
so
really
much
love
more
this symbol.
variety in the elite armor systems, even above what we know of from Halo Reach. Like, there's actually lore for like in Halo 3 you can have your, I think just Halo 3 you can have different armors for your elite, like commando, ascetic, and all that sort of stuff. There's actually
Yeah.
lore behind all of those.
I'd imagine so. Halo's extremely in depth. I wonder if there's lore behind the Halo anniversary ones, Halo 2 anniversary ones.
Possibly.
I like that. Also, what do these markings on the back mean? There is a Sankili symbol there. I think that's Sankili, right?
Oh, you mean in the center of the back there?
Yeah.
Does
Does that denote rank?
Be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. I know that they I don't think they denote rank because they're on every single elite. However, I think I might be able to find out.
Oh, it is actually the same one as well. I've just flipped this
Yeah,
elite
it's
over.
the same logo. It's just So there are obviously I think Halopedia are probably the guys for this, but they've done a
we
lot of
have I think we have a Halopedia guy in your Discord. I think
We do, yeah. CIA.
CIA, yeah.
He's a beast.
Say he's awesome. Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Do these symbols mean anything? Yes, they do, but we don't know what.
Captain Keys
So yeah,
is still
they-
just sat down.
They've done, he's just wondering what Chief is doing. Two Chiefs are doing, just chilling out in the hallway. See, I can find the symbols online, but there's no actual description of what they mean. I'm guessing there's probably loads of hypothesizing on exactly what they mean, but
Yeah, I'd imagine so, given that Halo's sort of got this track record for putting down glyphs that don't mean shit. That's not like even just taking a dig at the glyph project. It's taking a dig at sort of like the only time I think they've ever actually been straight up decipherable is in it wasn't I Love Bees, was it? But it was the poster with Tartarus.
yeah.
And even then they got the thing wrong. It said Tartaret or something like that. They continued the S at the end, so they spelled like the new bad guy's name wrong. But they sort of have that habit, and the triangles on like the elites as well. So that Captain Exposition out in there. Be quiet, then talk.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks.
My name Keys.
Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
My name Jeff.
Covenant had us locked up in here.
It actually does say my name Keys.
Talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
1 moment, sir. Accessing
I really want a
the Covenant
cosplay naval officer's uniform.
According to the data in their networks, the
I remember
ring
you
is
showing
some
the
kind of deep religious
the bodysuit.
significance.
I think it was in
If I'm analyzing this correctly,
it was in
they
one of
believe
your
that
sort of
Halo is some
weekly
kind of
Chats.
weapon,
yeah, weekly
one
chats,
with
yeah,
vast,
Over on the Discord,
unimaginable
yes.
power.
yeah, which you can join in the description.
Harmless plug.
Yeah, it's harmless. They've come to your channel. What are they expecting you to not shout
Well,
out your own
that's it.
stuff?
That's it.
About a Covenant search team
But
scouting for a
yeah,
control room.
yeah. The
I thought they were
it's like a
looking for the
bodysuit that's
Rich
worn
cruiser
underneath.
that I
Yeah, and then the
damaged
actual
during the
officer's
battle.
uniform. I mean, in
But they must be looking for Halo
particularly in
too.
Halo Reach, I know they used the same model in Anniversary, but the Reach model there's some I'm sure there's some sort of higher graphical fidelity, but the actual like the top of it actually looks like it's made of like the actual center panel is like a separate panel to the other jacket, the rest of the jacket, so it's like put on top. And I just really like that kind of style. I think that would look really nice. It's almost like a kind of like a modern take on double breast jacket. I've got quite a smart like dress sense, so I kind of I kind of get a bit happy with styles.
That's fair enough. I apparently
it's
have no
like-
dress sense, so
Especially in franchises I really love, if I see a style of like dress or clothing or something like that I think is really cool,
why would you not take it?
yeah, it makes me want to have it. And I mean, case in point, Deus Ex, Adam Jensen's coat, especially in Mankind Divided.
Yeah,
Coat
I mean,
is just absolutely beautiful, and same with the naval officer's uniform in Halo. I mean, even like the bodysuit, like the undersuit, so to speak, that they use for cryo. I'd love to have one of those.
yeah, have it as like pajamas.
Yeah.
So you get in bed and you'd be like, "Wake me when you need me," and your partner's
Yeah.
just like, "For fuck's sake!" God damn it! This again. You wake up and she's like, "What you want for breakfast?" You're like, "Captain Keys."
Good to see you, Master. I'm not getting out of bed until you say it. Fine. Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance. It's like, okay, I would like eggs
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Yeah, I'd like eggs for breakfast. I think it'd be more alarming. It's like she wakes you up for work. Like, sorry for the quick thaw, Master Chief. A really short time. She walks out the door, and something down the hallway in your house blows up, like the toilet detonates, and you just see it go flying past your door, and you're like, right, it's gonna be one of those days. It's Monday again.
Just another Monday.
Another day in the office. Yeah. Dude, I'm looking to 3D print like some form of.
Yes, Captain.
I don't know what helmet I want to do.
Is that-
I don't know if I want to do a marine helmet or if I want to do an ODST helmet.
I noticed that like the needles sticking out the top of the needler there are different aesthetically to the actual needle projectiles. Do they use the same needle projectile shape in CE as they do in Anniversary?
Projectile shape. I couldn't tell you without firing one. Let me just find the needler real quick. Haha. Okay, so it's like kind of.
Fire at a
bluish.
surface. I'll have a look.
It doesn't stick into the surface; it'll detonate. Oh, I know. There we go. Yeah, so it's a pink needle.
So in Anniversary, in Anniversary, that's definitely the model you sent me. But in
no, it's
sorry,
different.
sorry,
That's the
in
Reach
in original graphics, yeah. Sorry, it's the model you sent to me. But in Anniversary,
It's the
it's
Reach
more-
one.
it's yeah.
I can extract the Reach one.
Can you? That would be awesome if you could, because I'd
Yeah,
love to
I knew
print
that was
both.
coming up. I knew it's coming up. Yeah, I can do that right after this if you'd like.
Just for people who don't understand what we're talking about, so part of one of the perks of my patrons is that they get like a load of stuff that I'm making, basically. And one of the things that one of the tiers gets is a replica needle shard that I'm gonna 3D print
It's
and
pronounced
cast. Yeah, and cast and put like pink LEDs inside so it actually glows. And I was tempted even to put like a little motor in it so it like constantly vibrated, so it feels like, oh no, hang on, wait, maybe I shouldn't put a vibrator into it. That's probably a bad idea.
To be fair, it's a bit pointy. I don't think it's going to be used for anything other than like a stick of blamite.
Fair enough.
Anyone who wants to do that is doing that at their own risk. That's not on you. Did we come up from this side? Sorry, did we come up from over here? We did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just a bunch of techniques. Okay.
So so I'm making needle rounds for one of the tiers. I'm making like flood spores in vials, which you may have seen on my community posts on the channel. For another tier, there's like replica battle damaged armor plates. These are all available. They're all going to be available for patrons first, and then eventually they'll be available on a website I'm designing. So, and then you can purchase them for yourselves. But for now,
Dude, you should do like a massive lump of blamite and then put like a DualShock motor in that.
I mean, they're all handmade, they're all hand painted, they're all hand crafted, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's they're looking cool.
You could put a
Boring.
picture in here if you have one. I would also if you'd like say I might be able to get access to the blamite chunks that you can find on Halo CE, and if that's the case, you could make like a large one of those.
That'd be
And
cool.
that'd be cool just for like when you take photos of the blamite crystals. You could put them next to the big chunk, so it looks like you've sort of smashed them off the large chunk. Because like blamite ammo in Halo CE is literally like a big chunk of just pink.
Blamite, yeah.
Yeah, and for anyone who's not aware what blamite is, it's the crystals. That's the name.
The
of
needle crystals. It's called blamite.
And it's a play on two things. It's a play on the code name for Halo before it was actually Halo, called Blam.
Blam.
Which is also the engine Halo runs on, Blam Engine. And it's just a code name for anything Bungie did that they didn't have an official name for yet. And it's also a play on the fact that, funnily enough, needle go boom. So, it goes blam, boom. And that's sort of like the play on it there, which makes sense. But yeah, should we end this mission? Or is there anything else we need to look at?
No, I think we're pretty much there, to be fair.
Didn't you do a video recently talking about these the tuning forks, by the way, the spirits?
Yes, a most detailed breakdown of the spirit dropships.
About this specific cutscene, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's let that run, and then you can drop a link to that video down below.
Yeah, there's a most detailed for the spirit dropship and for the CCS class battlecruiser.
And over and over and over. Yeah, my view is spiked up to like 6 or 7 at some point, which is alarming because I don't know 7 people. So
maybe they know that like Installation 00 is playing with you. I don't know.
Maybe they may have looked at like session details.
Yeah.
Do you want after this, by the way? Do you want to spend like 5-10 minutes? I can go onto. I'll share screen and I'll go on each. Oh fuck! Controller.
Why do we keep doing that?
I keep forgetting vibrations on.